Welcome to Google Classroom. This is a view to help parents and students understand how it works. When you first log into Google Classroom, you're going to come into a title field that has specific classrooms. You'll click on the classroom you want to enter. So for this example, I'm using an example classroom. And it will take you to a page that looks like this. This is the stream page. As a student on the left, you'll see upcoming, which is where you'll have upcoming assignment deadlines. You can also click view all. So here's my profile picture and my name. It tells me my assignments. Okay, it's been assigned. So that means I haven't opened it yet. And then here's one that has like an attachment I can see. And I can also see when it's due. If you click on the left hand, you have assigned, returned, which is when a student will receive an assignment back from a teacher, and something that's missing. So anything that's past the deadline that has yet to be turned in will show up in the missing area. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go back to my example classroom by clicking example classroom here at the top, and that takes me back to the stream. You'll see that the assignments are also posted on here. Ms. Martin has posted a Raisin in the Sun Act 1 meal paragraph. She's also posted another new assignment. So when I go to classwork, here I can see topics. So topics, this is going to have labels determining what your teacher or instructor decides. So for example, this is going to be for the week of September 14th through the 18th. So this teacher has labeled them by week. Here I can click on the different topics as well. More will appear as more topics are assigned. But for the meantime, this is what the main page looks like. If I click on Google Calendar, it shows the Google Calendar that's available here. I can also scroll through and see when my assignments are going to come up. So here it goes. A Raisin in the Sun is due on this day, and a Raisin on the Sun is due this day. And I can link this directly with my phone, which will help me stay on track as a student and put all my due dates in one place, serving my as my digital agenda book. So when I go back to the classroom, I can also view everything in the class drive folder. So when I click on that, it opens up the folder that specifically houses my assignments for class, as long as I've opened them. Now I can go back to classroom. So once here, you'll see that there are discussion questions and a paragraph. So let's click on the paragraph, which has the attachment. You'll click view assignment, and over here will be something that says your work. So until you click on view assignment, your work won't appear. Here you have the option to click on the assignment itself. I can have a class comment, which means leaving a question that I want maybe the teacher to answer for the entire class. I can also add in private comments. So this is just between me and the teacher. You can see here where it says assigned. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my assignment. It opens up. Here's my assignment, my worksheet. It has my name on it. Sometimes these won't have your name on them. It depends on what the settings were when your teacher assigned it, but you do want to make sure you put your name on it, whether on the document or however your teacher specifies. Here are the directions. Here's where I can complete it. That's done. Okay, and then when I'm done, there's a turn-in box. Sometimes there won't be a turn-in box, again, depending on the settings, but we'll go over that in a second. So when I'm done, I can click Turn In. It takes me back to the Google Classroom page where it says, ready to turn in your work. One attachment's going to be turned in. I can see the attachment right there, and then I'm going to click Turn In. Now you'll notice that as a student, I didn't actually type anything in the assignment, but I still clicked Turn In. So this will show up on my main page. If I go back to the example classroom, upcoming, it will show that I have turned in my assignment. But as you can see, if I click on it and open it back up, the preferences have changed. It says now I have to request access. You can see Ms. Martin is in here grading my assignment. Obviously, I didn't fill it in. It was still blank. So she's going to give me feedback on that. In the meantime, we have the other assignment here, which I can also click on, which still has another attachment to it. So I can click View Details. So it's got discussion questions. Again, it says assigned. I can click on it, open it up, and these are discussion questions that I need to fill out. Okay, and again, the turn in box is here and it appears. So when you're ready to turn it in, you can click turn in. Now there's also the option to add or create. So if I wanted to add or create something, say I looked at the questions and wrote it on a Word doc, I could upload that by using the file icon. I also say I wanted to put my answers in a separate Google Doc. I can click this and create new. Same thing with Google Slides, Sheets, or Drawings. Google Drive, I can attach my own item that was in a Google Drive folder. So say maybe I'm attaching a photo to a project or maybe a video. That's where you would go into Google Drive or even a file off your computer. So these are the main ways if you're going to create something new that the teacher didn't supply you with a worksheet. And again, once you've attached those, then you'll click turn in. If you exit out of this, it will get rid of your assignment. But again, it was removed. So I can click make a copy of something and make a copy of this and attach that myself if I made that mistake and I can't get it back. However, if I go back to example classroom and I click on the class drive folder, the discussion questions are still here. So even though I accidentally deleted them or crossed out, I can still access them in my classwork Google Drive folder. Think of this as a folder that you would normally have supplied by your teacher that's kept in the classroom. And it's a great way to help you stay organized and make sure you don't lose any of your assignments that are assigned by the teacher. If you create a Google Doc yourself, it'll come up in your own Google Drive. So looking back at the stream, again, I can type something to share something with the class if I am given that permission. If I go to classwork, here's where I can see my assignments. It says now graded because Ms. Martin has graded the assignment. So I can click view. And then here you go. It's like, good afternoon. Your doc is missing a response. Please complete and resubmit for credit. Let me know if you have any questions. So again, this is a private comment. No one else can see it. So if I want to show she graded it, that means it was returned. And now there's a resubmit option. So now I can click on this document and you can see that the settings have now changed back to where I can edit and I'm able to turn it in again. So once you're ready, you can turn it in again after following the directions and it will be regraded and the teacher will be notified. So again, resubmitting is the same way as before. So you'll just click resubmit and then you'll click turn in again. In the example classroom, we can also click on view your work, which will also show how many points you've gotten out of each of the assignments. So this will say, oh, look, now there's a comment feature or comment available. There's also the attachment for the assignment, the date that it's due, and now the grade that I received. So if I click on that, it'll show me the comment as well as the grade at the same time. So here's also under the returned, because that means the teacher returned the assignment and gave it back to me. Missing, again, will show you any late work that's past due, and assigned is everything that's still assigned. Now, you'll notice that the discussion questions are still assigned, but the returned assignment is under returned, even though it was still reassigned to me to correct. So make sure you don't fall into that pitfall by always having all available. That way you can see everything all at once and you don't have to worry about missing a returned assignment. This has just been a brief overview of how to use Google Classroom for parents and for students if you are unfamiliar with using Google Classroom. If you have more in-depth questions, please feel free to reach out to your teacher to assist you in how to navigate Google Classroom in this virtual and digital learning environment.